Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is John. We're happy to have you. So it's been a challenging week here on the farm. We've had the COVID running through the house, so Amanda's been sick, Claire's been sick, and now I'm sick. So it's hasn't been a whole lot of fun, but we're getting by. Everybody's doing well. We'll be on the mend here soon. So this week's video, we're pulling up a little footage I had captured Thanksgiving week, and I'm gonna walk y'all through repairing a break in our hot wire. Something had run through it, and then we'll check in on a couple of the pigs, status of what we've got going on with one of our little ones, and then Miss Greta. Whew. So anyhow, I hope everybody's doing good, and we'll let this video get rolling. Catch y'all here in a bit. Man, what a gorgeous day. 55 degrees. Pigs are loving it. And so am I. All right, well, something is not right here. I'm assuming something has run into the fence. Yeah, this is not good. Everybody's accounted for. Not good, as I don't hear anything popping. Well, yeah, something must have run through this. Let me get these horses fed so I can get this unplugged and get it fixed. All right, well, somebody got it right in here, which tells me it was on the outside of where the sows are. You can see where I got the knot right here. And then right there, I had to open up a pretty good spot to get that patch put in, but I keep some extra just in case. Yeah, it's all good fun. So check and make sure everything else looks good and get the Energizer hooked back up. Tells me my wire's hot because whatever got into that sure wasn't happy about it. I still got some slop down here. Tighten this up. All right, well, I'm getting a charge on my bottom wire but not on my top. I'm sure it's something trivial. Sorry if I'm filming off into... You can see those lights flashing up there. It's up there around the 7,000 volts. Nothing on that top wire. You know, I'd get down there and touch it with my tongue, but that's when it would sort itself out. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got them. All right, I'm sure it has something to do with where I got these wires hooked on here. Let me see what I can find out, because I'm gonna have to go turn this back off. And I'm gonna get lit up. All right, so I'm guessing whatever snapped that off, I just threw this wire right here across that, and there's a charge going to that top wire now. Not the frickin' optimum solution there. So let me walk up and turn off this wire, and I'll get that connected a little better. But yeah, it's good and hot otherwise. All right, a few trips up and down the hill later. Everything's back on. Everything's working as intended. Tossed a few Osage fruits over to the girls. It reeks right over here of the rotting fruits. Ain't that right, Maisie? Come over here and touch this fence for me. She says, yeah, no thanks. All right, girls, y'all be good. Whoever ran through that fence, tell them to quit. All right, everybody. So I know I've patched hot wire a couple times now, and I just want to show y'all how I do this. So as I'm prepping my two ends here, so using my wingman. So, you know, if you have a broken wire, so this is just poly rope. I don't remember the brand of this. I tend to pick up what I need when I need it, where I can get it. So I have several different kinds. They all pretty much work the same. Now the knot I use, and I'm not a Boy Scout, I'm not a knot expert, so if you like it, use it. If you don't, so basically what you do is, and I don't even know what you call this knot, I'll have to look it up. So where I learned this knot is when I was a silly jarhead. I used to do demolitions, and one thing we'd have to do is connect tag ends of, you know, loose ends of det cord together, detonation cord. And to do that, we would use this simple knot, and I guess it just always kind of stuck with me. But anyway, I always start kind of left over right, and then I come back with that end that just went over and go right over left and pull those tight. And you know you got it right when you can do that. Just pull those puppies tight, and then I come back with just an overhand knot on either side of that. Doesn't have to be pretty. And then I'll cut those tag ends off so you don't see them. And you just have a nice little knot. Now, if this is under some tension, it's a little bit easier to tie these, I guess. But anyway, that's how I do it. I grabbed a pair of scissors real quick and trim that so you can see what a finished product look like. And a pair of scissors, you kind of shear. You got even my dull wingman. I mean, I dog this thing out. It's never really sharp. I need to sharpen it, but it'll cut this wire pretty easy. Just be careful you don't poke yourself with it. But yeah, that's how I do it, and that'll that'll stay tied until well, until you either untie it, which would probably be a chore, or cut that section out. And it's not real noticeable along the fence. Pretty quick and easy to do if you have those two loose ends. I tend to trim. Like I said, if I got normally when something runs through it, it's gonna be all frayed and boogered up looking. I try to come back from that and trim it off. So you may end up taking, you know, a couple feet out of your run. So you would have to do a knot on one end and then come do a knot on the other end to fill in the gap you just had to cut out. Anyway, I hope that made sense. I hope that helps somebody out there who's dorking around with poly rope. There's probably things you can buy to splice this wire. I'm just cheap and I know how to tie that knot and it works. All right. So yeah, that poly wire is a great product. It's so much easier to work with than your traditional metal wire. You know, I think ultimately when I have the whole pasture wrapped, the bottom strand of that is going to be high tensile wire. I think that stuff's like 12.5 gauge. So it's going to be a fairly robust wire that'll run around the bottom of the pasture. And then everything else I'll use will just be that poly wire. But when you get those breaks in it, yeah, it's easy enough to tie that knot and hook it back together. And there's probably 1,000,001 knots you can tie. Once again, not a Boy Scout, not a sailor or anything. You know, I'm not a knot expert, but it's a good knot and it'll definitely hold that poly wire, no problem whatsoever. So. Looking good and pregnant. Belly's dropping there. So little Hermione Granger, the runt, if y'all saw our short video we put out the other day, we had a sweater on her. She's not doing too good. So I'm not sure what the problem is. She seems to be healthy. So I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with her. I thought we lost her the other day, and I went out there and I always count pigs, and I'm like, somebody's missing. And she just kind of sticks out because she's so small. So I went over and looked in the house, and she was laying back there in the back, covered up in some hay. And I was like, dang it. And I had to get down on my hands and knees and crawl up in there and grab her. And when I did, she was still very warm. And I was like, man, we just lost her. And no sooner than I pick her up, she starts squealing and flopping her head around. I'm like, girl, what are you doing giving me a heart attack? And took her out, and she ate with the rest of the crew, and everybody was good. So yeah, and I just went out there a few minutes ago and checked on her, and she's up in the house sleeping again. So she came out on her own, and she ate a little bit of food, and now she's back up in there. And it's far from cold out today. I mean, I am sweating my behind off, but I'm also not feeling well at all. But that feed had to get unloaded. I had, what, 600 pounds there that needed to get done. Good times. The only thing I've not checked on are the little chickens in the greenhouse. I know Mama and them have been doing well. We did lose 2 chicks. To me, it's, you know, there's no particular reason why those chicks didn't make it. We're letting nature run its course in there. You know, Mama's brooding them and all that, so who knows. So my luck, those will be the only 2 hens out of the bunch, and the rest of them will all be roosters. But when Amanda looked at them yesterday, she said they were doing good. So hey, doing what we can. So good news on Greta and her little stall. She is she was walking, putting good weight on her back leg when I fed her there just a little while ago. So that is amazing news. I look forward to getting her back out with the rest of the pigs. I think she's probably a little tired of being cooped up, and yeah, she's putting a little weight on too. So there for a little bit we thought she was getting skinny, so we upped her feed a little bit. Now it looks like she's getting fat, so we haven't found that healthy balance for her. All right, everybody, I think that's where we're going to leave you for the week. Go ahead and finish getting these pigs taken care of. Everybody's happy and healthy. Hazelnut is coming along. She should be due this coming week if everything with my math and all that works out as it's supposed to. Her belly does look like it's dropping. Her teats are lengthening out. Still got her tail down. She's doing what Hazelnut's supposed to be doing. All the babies are looking good. There's little Hermione right there. She is just a wee little pig. Amanda wants to bring her in the house, but she ain't gonna stay like that, that's for sure. But anyway, we appreciate y'all watching. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to receive a notification when we put up a new video. Everybody stay safe, and we'll catch y'all next time. Everybody take care.